Yo, October 24th, 2021. Halfcast 168. Episode 168. Let's go. Happy Sunday, y'all. Hope everyone's weekend went well. Yeah. Of course, I have a few things to share with you. An evening of reflection. Let's have at it. Okay, right off the rip. I know I'm floating away with this, but I want to say something to start off is that I make videos, we make videos, people that make videos. I make videos and I watch videos. Okay, we've established that. If you start your video off with all up in somebody's ear, I automatically hit skip. That is the rudest thing. You can be like I don't know what anything you're saying could have the most meaning. It could be the secret of the universe. And if you start your video off with that, that's not an opening. Please, let's do better, people. First off, I had to get that off my chest. That is annoying. Smacking in people's ear. Like, what? Do you not know that nowadays 9 out of 10 people that listen to that watch videos, and if you listen to me on Spotify or if you watch this on YouTube, that you got headphones in, it's in your ear, and you just got somebody doing. First off, let's start like this. Just no consideration. Alec Baldwin Filmset had previous accidental gun discharges, crew members say. Now, I would suppose that anything dealing with a discharge of a gun, whether it's a live ammunition or if it's not, they call it cold or whatever. Yeah, I would suppose that is bad. Like anytime a gun goes off without it being like told so is bad. So to have charges, one should be bad. So to have more than one should be like grounds for somebody to say, hey, wait a minute, pump the brakes. What's going on here? Crew members say they expressed concerns over gun mishaps and working conditions just days before the shooting that killed the cinematographer Helena Hutchins. There were at least 2 accidental gun discharges, at least 2. 1 is a lot. I'm going to go ahead and say 1 is a lot. Discharges on the set of an Alec Baldwin movie being filmed in New Mexico days before he fatally shot the cinematographer, according to 3 former members of the film's crew. The discharges occurred on October 16th, the former crew member said, prompting a complaint to a supervisor about the safety practices on the set, which was outside Santa Fe. The crew members who asked not to be named out of fear for their future employment. And this is sad because this, like, if somebody would have just listened to them, this might not have happened. Were among several workers who quit just hours before the fatal shooting over complaints about unpaid work and working conditions on a production. See, this is when workers are disgruntled. And I'm not saying that somebody did this on purpose. This honestly sounds like a freak accident, but we all say 99% of accidents shouldn't even happen in the first place. The disclosures, which were first reported by the Los Angeles Times, are focusing attention on concerns over loosely followed protocols and labor strife between producers and crew members during the production of the movie Rust, a low-budget film about a 19th century accidental killing and its after. Isn't that irony? That's irony out the ass. Movie, an accidental killing happened filming a movie about an accidental killing. Larry Zanoff, who worked on the set of Django Unchained as an armorer, a position that involves instructing cast members on the safe handling of arms, and who was not involved in Russ, he let that be known right off the top. Said that if a firearm went off on a film set, there would immediately be an inquiry into whether the firearm was defective or was mishandled. I would suppose so. If the determination was that it was mishandled, he said the production would undergo a reinforcement of safety protocols and possibly disallow the handler from using firearms. Yes, I would do the same thing. Like, yeah, you can't touch the guns no more. Yeah, the problems with the firearms are fueling questions as to how Mr. Baldwin could have been handling a gun on a set that was unsafe. And I know he feels horrible about this. He didn't know. Like, yeah. So yeah, but what are you gonna do? Every gun that they hand you, you want to suppose that when you're working in a professional atmosphere, that the people around you know what the fuck they're doing too. And we often find out even in our own ventures throughout the workplace that that's not always the case. But when either they don't know or they just don't care, it's something always either carelessly done or half-assed done that results in something happening that shouldn't have happened. And this is one of those cases. Santa Fe County Sheriff's the problem with the firearms are fueling questions as to how Mr. Baldwin could have been handling a gun on a set that was unsafe, according to an affidavit signed by Detective Joel Cano of the Santa Fe County Sheriff's Office. Mr. Baldwin was told by an assistant director who handed him the firearm that it was a cold gun, which on a film set typically refers to a gun that's unloaded. So yeah, so you figure that okay, that it's unloaded, right? In addition to the safety concerns, the three crew members who quit also cited other grievances. Oh, brother. They said the crew had complained to the film's producers about extended delays to some of their paychecks and about the production's refusal at times to book them hotel rooms in Santa Fe near the set. Okay, I get it. You want to work, you want to get paid, we all do. That's the reason we all come to work. But to like, I don't know, but to like carelessly or just be frustrated about something that could, this is not like you're just playing around here. You're dealing with shit that could really hurt somebody. That meant, yeah, it's not like McDonald's. You just fucking like throwing the nuggets all over the place because they Rebecca Stair, a location manager, said she was saddened that Miss Hutchins had been killed just days after a Hollywood union of film workers reached an agreement with movie and TV studios that averted a strike on issues that included safer work conditions. So this is something that they knew that was going on, but yeah, this was already a thing. Like before and during and leading up to the shooting, that these people are filming these movies under iffy conditions. Miss Stair said the incident on the set of Rust served as a tragic reminder of what could happen because of security lapses. Jeez. This mother duo planned the January 6th rally. Now the House committee wants to hear from them too. So you plan, hey, Mother-Daughter Day does not include planning an insurrection. Else done, you get your hair done, you get your snacks or whatever the hell women do, and you find movie, you find Hallmark Channel, you park your asses on the couch. You do not plan a January 6th insurrection. I call it treason, but hey, that's just my opinion. The morning, the morning after the 2020 presidential election, the mother-daughter duo of Amy and Kylie Jane Kramer formed a viral Facebook group urging boots on the ground to thwart an alleged effort to steal the election from Donald Trump. Jeez. Yo, are you kidding me? The Stop the Steal group's membership ballooned to more than 350,000 before Facebook shut it down, citing a risk of violence. Oh, undaunted, the two Trump loyalists rebranded an existing Facebook group, calling it March for Trump, and organized the bus tour. Wow. The effort did, I don't think they knew that they were like, that this would mushroom into something. The effort culminated in Washington on January 6th when the Kramers Women for America First Save America rally became a bunch of Betsy Rosses. Jesus Christ. became a prelude for the deadly insurrection at the U.S. Capitol. Wow, now the Facebook group was just fine. How do you get now? You're going to organize a bus ride? What did you think was going to happen? Now, the House Select Committee investigating the January 6th attack has subpoenaed the Kramers to give sworn testimony and depositions on Friday when what they say could help Congress understand how much organizers knew about impending violence and who funded the group's post-election events that helped to amplify Trump's false claims of election fraud. Wow. That's why Facebook is under so much heat and social media is under so much heat right now, is because it's a way to concentrate people that feel really strong about their ideas. Yeah, it's a way to clump them together, and things like this are gonna happen. Like you get more than a few people in a room that feel the same type of way. They start playing, well, somebody needs to do something. We need to take action when you really don't. When what are you really going to do besides, hey, and you know what? They should really be in trouble because these are the people that missed all those days of that called off on that day to storm the Capitol, and everybody else was left holding the bag at their respective jobs. Next up, Miss 38 special. Colorado woman sentenced to prison for shooting neighbor in the face and chest after parenting dispute. And Miss 38 special sounds like a stripper's name. And Colorado woman sentenced to prison for shooting neighbor in the face and chest after parenting dispute. It takes a village. A judge in Colorado this week handed down a prison sentence of more than 3 decades to a woman who barged into her neighbor's apartment and shot her multiple times over a parenting dispute. What was she doing? She was raised to her own child. Was she beating the kid? Judge Lori Dean of Colorado's 8th Judicial District sentenced Sierra Kelly to 32 years behind bars after Kelly pleaded guilty to charges of attempted murder and menacing. Prosecutors said Thursday the defendant faced 20 to 40 years over the encounter that left Mystique Sade Wadena, 28, in critical condition for weeks. Damn, I am heartbroken that you are here and that a sentence to the Department of Corrections is necessary, but I cannot find anything other than a lengthy prison sentence is appropriate given the facts. Judge Dean said during the sentencing hearing, according to the Coloradoan. What the fuck type of newspaper name is that? In a letter, I'm sorry. In a letter read by Deputy District Attorney Michael Discharges, Wadena reportedly referred to Kelly as Miss 38 Special, but says she doesn't harbor ill will towards the woman who left her near death. No, I would be like, man, fuck that bitch. She should have turned it on herself before she pointed it at me. I don't hate her. I never have. You are a better person than me, sweetheart. I don't hate her. I never have. But it does come as a shock that she has such malevolent feelings towards me. The letter reportedly said, she didn't ruin my life. She just altered it. I am not a victim. I am a survivor. Good for you, sweetheart. Addressing the court, Kelly reportedly apologized to Wadena and her family through tears, calling the shooting the worst mistake of her life. Well, what did you shoot her for? It kills me inside because being a mother is the most important thing to me, Kelly said, per the Coloradoan. We're going to change that name. Yeah, we're going to petition you. Me, who lives in Jersey, is going to write a letter to Colorado, little old me, to tell you to change that newspaper name. It sucks. I have to live the rest of my life knowing I caused significant damage to others. I don't want to cause harm or be in a situation where I ruin someone's life. However, at the time of her arrest, authorities said Kelly showed no remorse for nearly murdering her neighbor, with one detective reportedly testifying Thursday that Kelly's post-shooting statements were so cold and so malicious that they stuck with him till this day. Officers with the Loveland Police Department on August 30th, 2020 responded to a call at Kelly's apartment complex located in the 1200 block of East 6th Street. Upon arriving at the first scene, first responders found Kelly exiting her apartment with a towel and peroxide, which she later admitted was an attempt to make police think she was only trying to help and not involved in the shooting. What did she shoot her for? In a subsequent interview, Kelly reportedly told police that earlier in the day she overheard Wadena verbally mistreating her child. What? She was telling her child to sit the hell down. She was telling her child to stop running. She was telling her child to like stop doing things. She was raising her child in her own four walls with a roof. So what the hell made you want to kick in the door and wave the 4-4 or 38, which left her infuriated. Approximately an hour later, Kelly reportedly knocked on Wadena's door and told her she needed to treat her son better. A physical altercation reportedly ensued inside Wadena's apartment. Probably, yeah, get the hell out of my place. You're telling me how to raise my child. Kelly told police Wadena was on top of her and holding her down in the kitchen before she was able to push Wadena off and retreat to her own apartment. That's when she got the gun. I know that's when she got the gun. Per the arrest report, Kelly then opened a combination safe, grabbed an unloaded 38 caliber handgun and loaded it with bullets. That means it was premeditated. That's why that was the important part of the article that said when she grabbed an unloaded 38 caliber handgun and loaded it with bullets, that means she was there. Her mind was there and she knew what she had planned. She knew what she wanted to do and loaded it with bullets because anybody else would have just fucking like, oh, fuck it, took it. First off, anybody else wouldn't have even showed up at somebody else's door telling them how to raise their kids in the first place. Maybe the little boy needed to sit his ass down somewhere. First off, yeah, and it's none of your business. Now I understand if you heard like crashing or if you heard like physical beating or something like that and just wanted to check on a child, that's different. But you just show up at somebody else's door and expect them to like change the way they parent their children. Get the hell out of here. And now you leave, you get your ass kicked and come back with a gun. Shit, she reportedly told investigators that she was thinking if the first bullet didn't work, then the second one should. Damn, well, what the lady didn't seem like she was doing anything that bad to her child. Like armed with the handgun, Kelly left her apartment and found Wadena in the apartment complex's foyer, where she shot her 5 times from approximately 3 feet away with a 38. That, oh my God, the fact that this lady is still alive speaks volumes. Further, reporter Harold Kelly told police that she returned to her apartment and didn't remember what happened to the gun, but her 16-year-old daughter said she saw her mother stash it under a mattress. That means she was coherent through the whole action from start to finish. Like, yeah, she was coherent. This wasn't just like a rage shooting where she loved, where she forgot who she was, she forgot where she was at, and just did no. This was cold and calculated. According to the police report, Kelly said she believed Wadena was below her as a person because she was involved with drugs and treated her children badly. In reference to the shooting, Kelly reportedly at one point said she didn't regret it, and I bet she did. Damn. Black probation manager alleges discrimination, retaliation for speaking out, and I had probate. What is so wrong? I didn't know that there was such politics in the probation office. It seems like a real easy gig. I was on probation, and my probation officer, first off, they had him in the basement. They had him in the basement. It was only one other person down there with him. And when I would go down there, he would just be listening to the Yankees game, listen to the Mets game, listening to the Giants. Now, man, listen to the Giants game. It sounded like if he wasn't, it seemed like if he wasn't in a law enforcement building, he would have a six-pack down there. That's how cool my probation officer was. So I don't know like what so shit. A black member of the Los Angeles County Probation Department is suing her employer, alleging she was demoted from a management job as a backlash for exposing excessive force and other problems within the department, and that she has been subjected to racial discrimination. First off, I don't think probation officers they're authorized to carry guns. They're law enforcement officers, but if you violate your probation, they don't even come get you. They come with the sheriffs, and I don't know how they do it in Cali, but yeah, if your PO is gonna violate you, they're gonna come with like police. They're gonna come with sheriffs or something. They don't even have to like. They don't even have to touch you. Like, yeah, wow, Jennifer alleges she was demoted from a management job as a backlash for exposing excessive force and other problems within the department, and that she has been subjected to racial discrimination. Jennifer Donald's Los Angeles Superior Court lawsuit alleges retaliation discrimination, harassment, and failure to prevent harassment and discrimination and retaliation. She seeks unspecified damages in the suit. Just hand me the check, and I'll fill in. I'll just keep writing zeros until I feel like. A county spokesman said Thursday the county does not comment on pending litigation. Yeah, because you're just trying to figure out how bad it's gonna be. Donnell was hired by the county in 1999 as a program analyst and has held such other positions as senior contract program auditor, director of internal affairs, and borough chief. The suit states, however, Miss Donnell's career came to a screeching halt in March 2020 when she was administratively transferred to a compliance and strategic planning position in retaliation for her raising concerns about illegal conduct taking place within the county. Stay in school, people. Reading helps. The suit states, before the reassignment, Donald was a senior manager in the Internal Affairs Bureau of the Probation Department. And I suppose that if you're in any type of law enforcement or any place that where you got internal affairs, I'm pretty sure internal affairs is like the people that like, yeah, they're the whistleblowers, they're the guys that they're on the outskirts of the inside of the group and they're just there to get everybody in trouble or whatever, however people feel. Since her reassignment, she has twice been denied promotions based on race and has been targeted for coming forward and addressing key problems. It's her job. So what are you not supposed to you're not supposed to say anything? It's your job. You're internal affairs. You're supposed to make sure that everything is running smooth within the department to keep these lawsuits off your fucking back. See, some people don't, yeah. Donnell believes that certain managers and decision makers within the probation department and in the county are playing favorites to overlook discipline and or are hostile towards plaintiffs' protective activities and exposing and holding accountable certain individuals who have engaged in excessive force, abuse, and witness intimidation within the department and in connection with federal and state criminal matters, according to the suit. Yeah, you gave her this job and she found what her job, she did her job. Give her the fucking I'll give her the promotion. Shit, give her the promotion. Maybe she gets out of your fucking office and you can continue being corrupt because that's what you want to be anyway. Yeah, just days before her learning of her reassignment, Donald had complained to a member of the county council's office about alleged secret roundtable meetings that were being conducted by an all-white team of county executives and others to review. Wow. And in some cases, even reverse discipline that Donald had recommended against probation officers for egregious acts of child abuse. This is fucking crazy. After Donald moved to her new assignment, she was denied the resources, personnel, and they blackballed her. Personnel and tools that were promised to her and were necessary to perform her job. And she was transferred from the county headquarters to a building that was a former jail, according to her suit. Wow. Donnell, a dedicated member of the law enforcement community and long-standing county employee with an exceptional employment record, has suffered harm to her job prospects within the county, as well as her health and well-being, the suit states. Wow. She was doing her goddamn job. And on house arrest in Italy, reportedly begged to go to jail to get away from his wife. The jail is better, he said. This is actually a step up from the people, from the guy that was on the bus in New York that just tried to jump out the window of the moving bus, and the Good Samaritans pulled him in. Like, hey, yeah. Oh no. Look, they're all on the bus. Like, hey, buddy, you got to go back home to your wife, just like we do. We're all on the same bus. You're gonna get off, and you don't get to take the easy way out. The guy that threw himself on the subway tracks. A subway track should be a guaranteed out. Nope. Good Samaritans pull him off. No, you're going home. You're going back to that job tomorrow. If I got to do it, you got to do it. He said, just take me to jail. He trying to beat the whole thing. A man on house arrest in Italy, and you can't leave. You in the house with what? A man on house. You can't leave. A man on house arrest in Italy asked to be in prison so that he could get away from his wife. Reports say the man, a 30-year-old Albanian citizen, was serving a house arrest sentence for drug crimes. And so, so now you on, yeah, you don't even got no drugs to just like ride it out. Now, man, you wake up and one day you're off, the bracelet is off, and you don't have to deal with her no more. No, you got to deal with her every day, sober. Authorities said the man was no longer able to cope with the forced cohabitation with his wife. They like, just take me to jail. A man on house arrest in Italy asked to be in prison so that he could get away from his wife, according to reports. I can't stand it anymore, the man said, according to Italian newspaper Messaggero. The jail is better. The man living in the town of Guidonia Montecelio was no longer able to cope with the forced cohabitation of his wife. Exasperated by the situation, he preferred to escape, spontaneously presenting himself to the Carabinieri to ask to serve his sentence behind bars. Did they let him? Is they going to let him? Italian authorities said the general command of the Carabinieri did not immediately respond to the insider's request for comment. The man was serving a house arrest sentence for drug crimes. He lived at home with his wife and family. It wasn't going well anymore. He said, listen, my domestic life has become hell. I can't do it anymore. I want to go to jail. The man was arrested and taken to prison after he violated his house arrest by asking to be jailed. He got what he wanted. Good for him, man. Fun show. Fun show. Fun show. Don't forget to turn on your post notifications so you can catch this ride with me next time. That being said, I'm going to wrap this up. I'll talk to you guys very, very soon. Adios.